stars. It's like I can walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I've been with you, when you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Yeah, there you go. I really wish I could have y'all see Anna when I'm just doing the freaking introductions. And she's dancing on every song. She danced on the countdown song. Welcome to Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show with Let's Be S3. I am your host, Marlon, along with Anna Hart and Tracy Carson. And we are going to just chill out today. We're going to listen to some sad stories, some funny stories, and everything else. And the reason I'm doing this is because, one, I don't feel like being heavy today. Two, that's not what Saturday Night Vibe is for. And three, because tomorrow we are going to get into the heavy stuff. I can even tell you right now, you may want to go ahead and set up the notification for tomorrow's show, because we're going to get into and I even titled it The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. We are going to look at the Breonna Taylor, the cops that's finally getting arrested. We're going to look at how the world, you get 9 years in prison in Russia. And we're going to look into that yet another shooting in a mall in America. at a Mall of America. So we're gonna be real heavy tomorrow. So y'all soak in all this goodness tonight and laugh and hee and everything else, because I don't see too much of that going on tomorrow. Anna, how's everything going so far tonight?
Everything's going great. I had a visit with my nephews and my brother today. I'm doing great.
All right, Tracy.
I'm doing fantastic. I took 2 long naps,
Woohoo.
so
Oh,
I'm doing great. Feel rested. I'm ready to go.
Anna's. I don't know why she said that. Mickey said that she's on, but I'm not. Oh, sorry, Mickey. I'm on. No
Yep, I
idea
can
what's
see you
going
on
on.
my phone.
Yeah, I pull up all my feeds, so YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I'm on all of them. So I don't know what's going on. Um,
Mickey.
um, because I got a story for Mickey, so I'm on now live. Everybody can see me. So
I can see you.
hey, where you been?
Hey there.
And
Hello.
since she's
It's been a while, Jonda.
here's some feedback. Let's see if we'll put my mic on to help us a little bit. I am hearing a little.
And I
I
don't even have
literally,
my fan on tonight.
I literally hear nothing. I mean, I hear you guys talking, but I don't hear any feedback.
Oh, let me try something.
Mute Tracy. And it's gone.
And it's gone.
It
No.
it may
Wait
be.
a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, it's not.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
It's Anna.
It's
Something.
not.
Yeah, I just muted you. What?
Okay, I still hear it. It went
I don't. When
down
he
when.
muted you, I heard.
Okay. I mean, I have 3 different microphones, but they're all lapel
Look,
microphones.
I'll take the little scraggly thing than those high pitched sounds any day. So I'm good. It ain't gonna kill me. Well, hell, I was waiting on the one from the. No, the one today, Mickey. The one today. Um, might be tied to one of your headphones or might. It's it's Anna, but I don't know what it is,
I mean,
and
it's not terrible.
it's not terrible enough for me to make a big deal about it. And we're not getting paid yet, so yeah,
That's why you should support Marlon's Patreon.
we not, so I
Mm-hmm.
can pay these people. Yes, please, 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 please.
Just get better equipment. That's all. You don't really need much
Girl, you
else.
better speak to you for yourself. That's what you better do.
Okay, I don't need much else.
Let's get this party started. Um, what little change? John, do me a favor and please email me the indictment papers on those cops that shot Breonna Taylor. I tried looking for them and I couldn't find it. So if you get a chance, see if you can send me those papers so I can read through it. I don't even think it's long. I think it's like 3 or 4 pages. It's like cut and dry.
Wouldn't that be on justice.gov?
That's what I thought.
Is it?
It should
Okay.
be if it's indictment papers.
Okay, will do.
And just go to the.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up tonight and see if I can do it. Maybe I can print it out Monday. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. The beginning of the situation is not funny. I just like how it was handled at the end. So let's just go ahead and get into it.
My grandmother has Alzheimer's, so she often doesn't know where she is or who's with her. Now, I know for a fact that she has no idea who I am. Therefore, I make an effort to call her grandma multiple times anytime I'm with her. So recently, I noticed she needed her hair and nails done, as the color in both of those areas was fading or chipped. I made an appointment with a family member.
Have we done that?
Yeah, we've seen that
We
one
done that?
before.
Okay, I thought so. So never mind. Let's get to no problem. Let's get to the idiot Karen then.
I'd gone out to see my psychologist on Monday and had a great session. On my way back home, I decided to wander the CBD for a bit. I find it fun, and we have virtually zero risk of the virus here, so I can be safe while doing it too. I was wandering through Target and was coming up near the register when I heard the sound of a feminine voice starting to rise. Me, being the nosy B-word that I am, hung around to listen to the drama. The conversation starts with Karen. But you have to have it in stock. Your website says that you do. The poor worker she was talking to responded, the website isn't always accurate. It's better to call the store. But I need that item. Where else can I get it? You could probably get it at another store. I don't want to go to another store. The manager hears this and walks over. Hi, can I help you? I need this item, but this worker says you don't have it in stock. Unfortunately, it's a very popular item and we sold out quite quickly. Well, where else can I get one? You might be able to find one in another store. I don't want to go to another store. I want it at this store. We could order it in for you. How long will that take? Right now, about 2 weeks. That is not going to work. I need this effing item for my kids for Christmas. Please keep your voice to reasonable levels. F you, I'll yell if I want to. You're being stupid. A security guard was already en route, but he hurried over with this. The security guard said, I'm rescinding your right to shop here. Please leave the store. No, I want my item. Leave now. Karen goes quiet for a moment and then spins on her heel and storms away quickly. She looks back and says, I'm going to call corporate. I know a high-up manager there. I swear to God I'll... Bang! Karen didn't see that the door was slowly opening and promptly walked into it. Multiple people started to laugh at this point, including the security guard. The poor employee she had been harassing was hiding her face. The manager was going through a titanic struggle to keep his composure. Karen then made the decision to turn around and start swearing at the people who were laughing. Shut up all of you. I'm going to sue this store. You're all going to be jobless by Christmas Day. She turns to walk out the door, not realizing that by this point she was behind the sensor range, so she walked into the closed door again. She lets out a scream of rage and starts pounding on the door. No one could hold back this time. Seeing someone storm into a closed door twice in a row was beyond hilarious. Everyone who was watching was howling with laughter. Open, you effing grunt, open! The security guard walks forward and waves at the sensor, making the door open. Karen lets out another scream and storms out.
That was great. That is what we call instant karma.
See, this is karma. You ain't got to do nothing. Just let them just falter, so to speak, on their own. Now, you walk into a door once. No, you feel stupid if you walk into a door. So.
Twice.
But when you do it twice, boo, that's a you thing. That's not a store thing. Y'all should have been watching her as she crossed the street to get into a car. I don't know if she's gonna make it. She may have turned around, got hit by a car. I don't.
Not their problem.
Tracy, you don't have words.
I'm literally like, The Christian in me says that you should not laugh at people at their lowest point. But the Tracy in me says this is just what you get. You reap what you sow. Ha 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 ha. Sit down, Karen. First of all, everybody has ordered something offline and they've gotten to the store and they don't have it. Guess what you can do? You should call the store. Never go by their website because 9 times out of 10, somebody else wants it too. So they're going to buy it before you do. So you just order. If you're going to do that, order off of the website first. You know, if you're ordering for Christmas, go about 4 weeks before so you can get it by Christmas. Don't wait 2 days before Christmas and think, oh, I'm just going to roll in the store because they said they have it. No, Karen. It don't work like that, Karen.
Have y'all noticed that they even tried to hint to you that Christmas is around the corner, right around Halloween? And they start putting Christmas stuff up like Thanksgiving ain't even a holiday anymore.
Yeah, we just skipped Thanksgiving.
It's for people like her.
And people still come around with this whole.
That's why I don't buy
it. It came from out of the blue. Hey, why is it taking so long? It's 3 days. That's too long. Christmas is tomorrow.
2 weeks. It won't be in time for Christmas. You know Christmas is December 25th. You know it's December 25th.
Every year.
It don't fall on the 26th. It don't fall on the 27th. It doesn't fall on the 18th. It's the 25th. Every single year.
No, they don't. They don't. Mickey, these people really don't. And I'm going to tell you why this is so ignorant to me. And I meant to call them ignorant. Because they figure that the same time frame all season long, all year long, January to November, they think the same shipping is going to be in December the same way. Not realizing that, no, they run out of the item more than your 100 people that you know is ordering it. There are millions of people that could be ordering that item. And you still only have thousands of people that can deliver.
It's not like they pay delivery people that much money. I mean, come on.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see
one number off and it could be the wrong item, you know.
Whatever. People
But just what she did. But again, that's the Tracy in me.
The Christian in me still say you get what you get.
Yep, you do reap what you sow.
You do reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow, Karen.
That phrase is from the Bible, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you feel that the Bible reinforces karma at all?
I've always thought of them as two separate things. Karma is just the word, I guess, because the way I grew up, we just never used it. When somebody got what they deserve, we always just say you reap what you sow. So I'm just now getting acquainted with karma. So I'm not probably a good person to ask that question. I mean, some people equate them to the same thing, but I've just, the way I was raised is always you reap what you sow.
I guess whether you call it Lady Karma, as some do, or God, there is some force out there that is going to take care of it. And I was getting what Theus was saying. You know, karma doesn't work on our time. God doesn't work on our time.
But it works.
But it works. Hey, Tanya.
Hello.
Oh, it just says Facebook user.
Because you have to log into Facebook. You have to log into, when you use a Facebook, you have to log into
your account.
The system I'm using.
YouTube?
StreamYard.
Oh,
StreamYard. You're giving it for you to put in that.
Oh, wow.
I always take that off because it's like, come on, y'all. That ain't even worth it.
And how's she gonna sue this?
I don't believe in karma or reaping what you sow. I've seen it far too many good people having a hard time and too many horrible people skating by. It's not.
Understand that.
I get what you're saying, Mickey. And again, I always say this: it's not on our time.
Nope.
It's and I'm just going from my life choices and everything else. I've seen it too. I've seen some good people who've just had horrible situations happen to them and they never deserved it. I've seen some terrible, terrible people. One
Skate
who
on
was
by.
here, one who was here in the number 45, but we ain't even gonna discuss that right now. Terrible people who it comes. To me, it comes in a certain way. Rush Limbaugh to me was one of the most horrible individuals walking the face of the planet. That dude died and ain't been mentioned since.
Yep.
Not from absolutely nobody.
Right.
But I do want to know one thing from Karen. How is she going to sue the store for her walking into the door twice? What attorney is going to say, you know what, Karen, you got a great lawsuit?
Some idiot to take it just to
Oh,
get
yeah.
money out
And
of
then
her.
she's going to call corporate. You know what they're going to tell her? Now, Karen, we appreciate you. They're going to give her some BS about how they'll look into it. They never will. And then she'll just be Karen somewhere else.
They'll just have the security footage on loop of her walking into the door and say, "Yep, no, we're
She
looking into
walked
it. Thank
into
you."
it
Yeah, she walked into the door twice. Yep.
Once you can see, okay, I'm not going to laugh once. But then here comes the replay. Twice, it's gonna be real hard for me not to laugh. It's gonna be real hard for me not to laugh. I'm like, you know what? I'll be like
You're
that
better than
cat.
us, Tracy.
The first time I probably would not laugh because I'd be like, oh, that's bad. But that second time, I ain't always been saved.
Tracy, the first time I'm gonna laugh. The second time I'm gonna be on the floor. Because I can't believe that you did it twice. I'm sorry. If you act like an a-hole and you think I'm not doing that this year. You go low, I'm going lower. Now you acting like a butt, and then you expect me to be a gentleman and don't laugh, and that's not fun. No, no. Funny to me.
That's funny.
That's funny to me. Okay, this next
But I can laugh
video.
at myself, you know?
Yep, now that I can do.
Oh, I have laughed at myself because I'm still to this day trying to figure out how you fall walking up a flight of steps.
Oh, wait a minute.
Figured that out.
Wait a minute, you did that too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Boy,
I've
I've fallen up some steps. I'm like, what? And you see it. It's right there in front of you, and you just miss it. Just miss the whole step.
Just like when you're walking down the sidewalk or walkway or whatever, and you trip, and the first thing you want to do is turn around and look at something that you tripped over, knowing there was nothing there. You know it wasn't nothing you tripped over.
Well, I felt at the airport one time. I was like, please, nobody look. And then that lady screamed, are you okay? Look, lady, don't scream. Just don't say nothing. Nobody will know.
That's what I mean. Shut up.
She gonna yell, are you okay? Look.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
What you do, listen, everybody. I want y'all to listen. Teach y'all something right now. And to learn this the hard way. When you walking down a sidewalk or a walkway or whatever, and you trip, what you do after you gain your balance is break out in a dance.
Yeah.
So that way it just looked like all you was doing was getting ready to get into your dance. So when you just start, hey.
Yep. And if you got on a pair of headphones, that's even better.
Yep. You got a headphones. If you on the phone. Hey, that was some good news. All right. Yeah. You don't turn around and start cussing out air.
Or fighting the air.
Oh my man, what in the world? All this doggone.
Just get up and walk and act like nothing happened. Just get up, walk.
Document sent to your email, very informative article about the document. Thank you. I'm going. Depending on what time we get off, I may start on it tonight. Just to give y'all a heads up, I may start on it. LOL, I've fallen up the stairs many a times and never down.
Never have fell down the stairs. Never.
I have.
I have fallen up many stairs. That's why I want a one-level home. I don't want to be walking upstairs and then just fall.
One-level homes are good.
Okay. I have, but I have a reason. I do.
You always have a reason. You weren't
I
paying
do have
attention
a
to what you
reason.
were going.
Because uptown, their curbs are a little taller than
Oh.
everybody else. So your body is so used to taking that small little step off the curb until you realize when you're down. I forgot I was downtown. So when you take a step and realize that you stepping off Mount Everest and you haven't gained that composure yet, that why is my right foot not touched solid ground yet? So your left leg is already up and ready to start walking. Your right leg still have not touched solid ground yet. So right now you in midair going, oh Lord, what am I going to do now? Because if I fall in the middle of traffic, I'm just going to be like that lady that ran into the door twice. Nobody's going to believe this story.
Well, no, hers is on camera.
Yeah,
That's the part they could just, if they ever need a good laugh, just loop that in there.
Honestly, because I just misjudged it because I was too busy running my mouth. That too. Headphone, Bluetooth that's connected to your phone is one of the worst.
I never use those things.
Is one of the worst inventions for trying to walk and pay attention at the same time. Cause man. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you the next video is antisocial creep. Y'all let me know at the end of this, is this dude just creepy? It don't start off as it, but at the end, I think the dude's creepy.
Will I be the butthole if I report my new neighbor for antisocial behavior? I own an apartment in a very desirable building with extensive maintained grounds. These grounds are purely ornamental though, and never used as a garden. Most residents have balconies, however, some of the one-bed apartments don't. Irregardless, in my 2 years of living here, I have never seen anyone use the ground as if it's their own personal space. We've been experiencing a heat wave, and for the last 4 days, I've noticed a woman sunbathing on the grass. She brings a blanket and a book, and she's out there for hours reading in a bikini top and shorts. On the first day, I asked her if she lived in the building, and she said she did, having recently moved in. Later on, I saw her access the building with keys, so I don't think she was lying. She was literally out there from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. Today I saw her again, and I let her know the gardens weren't to be used that way. She told me she was a resident. I think she rents because I know most of the owners in the building. And she was under the impression the outdoor space is communal. She mentioned that her realtor had told her that, and it was a huge reason as to why she moved here. I was a little intimidated by her, so I didn't argue too long. I just reinforced that the grounds were not for sunbathing. Later, I shared a photo of her from my window and shared it with all the residents in the WhatsApp group to remind others to call out this antisocial behavior. Some residents agreed, but others said that I was being weird. Someone added the new tenant to the group, and she posted a long message apologizing if her attire made people uncomfortable. But she wasn't going to stay inside in 90-degree heat when she has green space right outside. I'm considering reporting her to the landlord if she continues. Am I the butthole? There are plenty of other parks nearby. And then OP posted an update. Firstly, for all those calling me a Karen, I'm a 29-year-old man. I am not unhappy or alone. English is not my native language, and I'm not based in America, so we may have different understandings of the word antisocial. In my country, annoying your neighbors is antisocial behavior. Her lying outside half naked makes our building look tacky. She makes it look like a university dorm. This could lead to apartments losing value. I know she rents because there's a great demand for apartments on this block, and it's a big deal when one is for sale. I don't imagine she lives in a flat with a balcony. I don't think I'm being classist either because these apartments are all very expensive and she must pay expensive rent to live here. I also don't think that she would pay towards ground costs. Her landlord would. I wouldn't mind so much if she placed her blanket slightly further away from the front lawn because she's on full display for anyone approaching the building. I don't get why she can't go to a park. She's already comfortable being half naked in public, so why not a park? I will accept that I shouldn't contact her landlord about this, and perhaps there was no need to photograph her, but I still maintain that sunbathing out front in public view is tacky, and it's a serious annoyance to neighbors everywhere. Alright, so
Yeah, that sound is getting really bad.
First of all, I'm going to post this real quick.
It's a word.
It's in the dictionary and it's still wrong.
Ain't is in the
Irregardless,
dictionary.
it should never been a word.
It's a word. Y'all
Irregardless.
got to deal with it. It's a word. Just like
Why would
ain't.
you?
It's a word.
Regardless is a.
We use that word, irregardless. We know what we're saying.
Irregardless is the equivalent of saying but. We never say ear but. Regardless of all that I just said, blah 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 blah. What does irregardless mean then?
We emphasizing it.
It's not a word.
It's in the dictionary.
It's not a word. It shouldn't be in the dictionary. That was them just getting sick of people saying the word and just put it in there just to shut people up. It's not a word. Yeah, the dude is a Karen. I don't know. I'm not a Karen. I'm a 20-something-year-old man. Okay, you're a 27-year-old
Yes, you are, Karen.
Karen. And the funny, and now I'm going to be a little social on this because when you say you're a 27-year-old male and you are intimidated by this woman, that's code for it. She another race. And that's the only reason why you being the way that you are.
No, well, I got a theory, but it's not
Go ahead with your theory. I'm sticking to
Either he plays for the other team, and that's why he's so offended, or he's really into her. He's really into her. Because why is he watching? Okay, true enough.
Why did he take a picture?
Why did he take a picture? That's what I'm
post it.
Ugh. And then you posted it. Like, ugh. Like,
and the funny thing about it is, if it was 50 people that's on that WhatsApp app, I guarantee the sum that agree with them was maybe 5.
Yeah, everybody else. I mean, would I sunbathe? Probably not. I mean, if it's hot outside, why am I gonna go outside? I would say in the air conditioner. That's just me. I'm not going outside because it's hot. But
some people like that heat.
Some people like that. Exactly. Some people like that heat. And unless it's in the lease or I'm assuming this is a condo because he said buying the apartment. So I'm assuming this is like a condo. Unless this is in the homeowner's agreement that you can't sunbathe. Hey, Karen, shut up.
Also, if you have to ask if you are classless, then you are, sir.
Thank you.
Exactly.
That's the point. Yes, classless.
You are classless. If your biggest concern in your whole life is a woman sunbathing out, minding her own business, and this is a detriment to your life.
Now, it'd be one thing if she were totally nude. Okay, maybe. If she were just total nude, but she's got a bathing suit on. Man. Karen, stop.
And this is not a communal garden. Then my next question is, so you just have a grounds out there for the sake of having grounds out there? Like nobody is allowed to walk on the grounds?
Did Karen read his homeowners association agreement? Like I said, unless it's in the homeowners association agreement, Karen needs to shut up.
And everybody wonder how I can live alone out of the booties with no neighbors. Oh no, that's my dream house, Nikki.
No, I gotta be around people. I gotta be around people.
My retirement home is that my neighbors are miles away from
I gotta be near a hospital, a bus line, a grocery store. Nah, y'all can have that boonies living. That ain't for me.
Give me a first aid kit then and grow my own. I can't.
There is a comfortable medium.
That ain't the life for me. Nope.
There's a spot near my sister-in-law. That's just like that. Like there's a house, and then there's no house nowhere around them. And as long as I know which road is going to take me to the grocery store, to the point where I can just buy enough food to last me a month or so. Okay, never mind then. No, I'll get an apartment and everybody sit on top of each other. Don't get all mad at me for no reason.
Yeah, I'm as much as an introvert as I am, I have to be around other people.
I can't. Okay, this next one right here. Oh, go ahead, Anna. I ain't see you.
It's just saying I like being out in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can have that Paul Bunyan living. That's not for me.
I got the nah.
I've done the city living.
This next one right here, I can't even set it up because I don't know where this woman was going. But I know I heard everything she was saying. But
would tempt the dark ones. Dear Mr. Holiday, I'm writing to let you know that yesterday I was disappointed to leave your bookstore because of your mask requirements. I'm a 56-year-old woman with a master's in library and information science. I have a bachelor's in fine arts as well, and I care about people deeply. I always have for my entire life. I did not vote for Trump. I am also part of the rapidly shrinking populations that still reads books on printed paper and uses a paper planner. I seek to support local businesses, especially bookstores, because they seem to be a dying breed. However, I can no longer tolerate this theater that is the mask. The only mask effective at stopping the virus is the N95, and even that isn't 100% effective. Please seek to understand that this virus, which according to the CDC has a less than 2% mortality rate, is being used as a political tool to divide and polarize people, families, and communities. The general population of benevolent, kind-hearted, and caring people is being purposefully manipulated to destabilize society, shutter local economies and small businesses such as your own, eliminate access to broad and sweeping ranges of legitimate information, and upend life as we know it. Today, when I chose to leave your store, I felt alienated, isolated, and deeply saddened to be turned away. As I was turned away, so was a potential referral, repeat customer, and a member of your community. I've lost family to COVID, one person who's died, and others who have been terrorized into complete isolation because of manipulative untruths and propaganda pushed upon us for over a year. My teenage son has fallen into a deep depression as a result of the perpetual peddling of fear and subsequent isolation. He started using drugs and struggles to find hope for his future and his life. I gotta stop this story here. What makes this Karen think that that's because of the COVID quarantine and not because that's just what it's like to be a young person nowadays? Planet Earth is on fire and the dream of owning a house is pretty much unreachable, so yeah, I don't blame kids nowadays for being pretty depressed. Anyways, back to this woman's crazy letter. He has a friend who committed suicide over the isolation and terror imposed upon him, his family, and his community. I know not your story, but I do know that we as Texans, makes sense, and you as citizens have all suffered loss in one way or another as a result of this unprecedented abuse of power. The lockdowns were certainly not just about death due to COVID. I found your window book display ironic, because before long, if we allow this bizarre agenda to manifest into complete fruition, there will be a new form of separate but equal, a new form of segregation, a new form of Jim Crow. Forgive the anonymity of this correspondence. There's so much hate and derision, so many accusations and ugly assumptions made about those who don't believe in the mask or the safety of the not FDA-approved experimental vaccines that I don't feel comfortable revealing my identity or contact information. I sincerely send you a wish for healing, kindness, and prosperity. Together we stand, divided we fall. Please seek the truth, because both it and humanity is right in front of you, not behind a mask or a government mandate. And we're all trembling in our boots and looking at each other sideways, just like the powers that be desire.
Signed, a librarian in Austin, Texas. All right.
Before you say anything, Tracy.
Texas.
Yes, yes, Anna. She literally said the new Jim Crow.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be the one to say white person for 500, Alex, because only a white person would equate wearing a mask. Mm.
Anna gets her first one. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when your whole state is known for saying something like this, I'm from Texas. Aha.
Yeah, that was the key right there. That
Yep.
was the key. Either it was gonna be Texas or
Texas
Indiana, one or the other. I'm like, okay.
Ah,
Or Florida.
or
Yep.
Florida.
Yep.
Texas or Florida. And by the way, after a certain point, and I'm sorry, I had to suffer through it. Y'all had to suffer through it too. Woman, what the hell was you talking about? Because you was rambling after a certain amount of time. First of all, you're disgusting as all get out to sit here and try to explain if the story was true. Because once again, you are Texan lying out your ass, so who knows? That you know exactly the reason why somebody committed suicide. The whole story behind it. That's disgusting. And you're a disgusting human being to even try to use that. COVID did not divide us. People divided us. Using COVID. Using a cloth over your face as the new form of Jim Crow. And again, I've said this before. What you read out of the books depends on exactly what you got out of those books. Because there are people who, I'm not even going to play the race card. There are people who read those books of Jim Crow and lived it. There are people who read the books on Jim Crow and lived among it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference.
Yep.
You need to figure out the difference.
She know the difference, or he know the difference.
No, it ain't, because she, him, whoever, it don't matter. You got kicked out of a library, you walked out of a library, chances are, because you know every time somebody say, out of the bookstore. Because you know, chances are they did that too. Chances are every time they would ask to put a mask on and they walk out, it always turned to, and they kicked me out because I didn't wear a mask. Tell the truth.
They had the sign on the door said, "You don't have a mask, you can't enter." You got offended and then said, "Right this."
They have had signs on all the doors. I personally, I don't know this. I just seen enough videos that I think some of them personally did that. They personally look out for stores that has that sign
and then go right in there
and purposely go in there. Just
a group of little smart behind-it teenagers did that in a Target. They just ran in. You should have called this video "Attack of the Karens," because this is like the third Karen in a row.
Maybe so. She lost her family to COVID. I don't support it in her
That's
mind.
another thing.
Yeah, that's another thing. First of all, this person is lying about voting for Trump. I know good and well.
You know damn well you voted for Trump.
She voted or he voted for Trump. They not 56. They don't have a teenage son. They probably don't have a degree in fine arts. They probably don't. They're not a librarian. If they are, it's at the high school library. Stop. Stop.
Every time there's a Democratic president, Texas is the first. I'm going to secede from the union. First of all, Texas couldn't survive a
No
month.
state could. This is like people like, oh, well, it'd be devastating for the world. No, it wouldn't, because the first time a hurricane or a tornado or a snowstorm hit, which all three of those happened in Texas, we need the federal. Oh, no, you said you wanted to be your own country. So guess what you have to do?
No, there's a deeper version, Tracy. Get your own military too.
You got to get your own military.
You're not a part of the United States anymore. So guess what? All those military bases are going to do. We're closing down and we're leaving because we don't work for Texas. We work for the United States government.
All the jails were closed down. I'm just like, y'all not smart, but this person not wanting to wear a mask. If you know the truth. When you know the truth, it'll set you free. And this person chooses to be in prison. I didn't know whether the person was saying, obviously they were saying they don't want to wear a mask, but then they turned right around and said, I lost somebody to COVID. Could it be because that person didn't wear a mask? I mean, like, it's like the person typing this letter, are they carrying COVID and purposely giving it to people? Are they vaccinated? Are they not vaccinated? What? You should have called this Attack of the Karens.
This went so deep. There are stories of people going to the coroner after people die from COVID and tell them, please do not put on the death certificate that they died.
And I was a coroner, I would tell them, shut up, you ain't doing my job.
We're gonna move on to the next story because this is me. I promise you, at a certain point, this would be something that I would do. Anybody else, feel free to hop in. Okay, but yeah. I bet they did not exist. Oh, no. They're not denying it. They're just saying that it's dirt. Let me put it to you this way.
It's only something to homosexual men will have to worry about.
The same thing as HIV. It was the same thing as AIDS. It started.
It's in certain communities, and I'm straight. And so what did that have to do with me?
Anyway, this is me. Y'all feel free to join in if you feel the same way. But this is me all the way.
Definitely hug her son. So I'm a 28-year-old woman, and my husband, who's 31, had to spend 2 months in a different state for work. He came back 9 days ago. I am obviously thrilled that he's back, and I've missed him a lot. I was hoping that we would be able to spend some time together, just the two of us. However, his mom came over when he was supposed to come home. I was slightly annoyed, but I know she was just excited for her son to be back. However, she never left. Like, I was ready to deal with her being there for a day or two, not 9 days. Since my mother-in-law has been around for 9 days, my husband and I haven't had a second of alone time together. My mother-in-law insists on staying with us instead of at a hotel. For the record, she lives 1 hour away. The guest room is right next to ours, and the walls are thin. When the two of us go out, she comes with us. Or she makes one of us stay with her because otherwise we would be bad hosts. She follows us around the house constantly. We want to cuddle and watch movies, and there she is, sitting in the armchair. We want to go to a romantic restaurant. Well, better make it a table for 3. We even left her in the living room to go chat in our room, and she followed us. Earlier today, I just asked her to leave, even though both of us have been hinting that she needs to go. She kept saying that she wasn't ready to go yet, and she wanted more time with her son. I tried telling her that we wanted some alone time, and she kept insisting that she join us. Finally, I snapped and said, since you seem to be oblivious, I'll put this bluntly. I wanna f*** your son. If you don't want to see or hear us do it, then you need to leave. I know this isn't the classiest response ever, but I was frustrated. Anyways, she yelled at me but eventually left. My husband and I finally got to have our alone time, but now she's blowing up both of our phones. She's saying that I'm disgusting and have no respect for her, her son, or myself. She keeps telling my husband that he shouldn't be with someone so crude, and how dare he let me speak to her like that. I'm sure you get the idea. I know that what I said was really inappropriate, so am I the butthole? Nah.
Anna says she'll be right back, but go ahead, Tracy.
I'm going to say a surprising answer. I think she is.
What?
I think she is, and here's why. It is obvious to me that mother-in-law is lonely. She's lonely, and she's trying to reach out. I think that she's suffering from some sort of depression. I don't think the daughter should have said, I want to bleep your son. She could have said in a nicer way, hey, mom, or whatever she calls the mother in law, why don't we treat you to an evening out so you can go, get some time to yourself? I think this mother in law is lonely. I don't think she has a spouse at the house, and that's why she's staying the way that she is. I think the daughter in law was the a-hole. Although it would annoy me too if I'm married and me and my husband are trying to be together, and here you come, Mother Jefferson, trying to be up in the business, and we can't. But I would approach it way different. Like, look, you're coming, so we're gonna ask you to leave, but we're gonna put you up at this nice hotel. You can move around the way you want to. You don't have to worry about it. I would sell it to her that way, but obviously this lady is lonely. And that's why she's doing what she's doing.
Look, I'm gonna get mine. Now you can either be here for it or you can leave. That's all I'm saying. You can be here for it or you can leave. But I'm gonna get mine. Now, granted, I hear what you're saying, Tracy. I do. I get what you're saying, that she was lonely. But I'm also going to go by the other thing that you said, too. I'm going to need to go ahead and put you in a hotel room that's close by where you can come see us, and we'll see you from time to time. Anna, you can't hear us?
Apparently she can't hear anything. We hear you.
Well, I can hear you. Yep.
Somehow.
Never mind. We're so professional on here. But anyway, my point is, we can put you in a hotel room that's close by.
Although she
And we'll
lives
make
hour
sure.
away, she can't drive. She doesn't live that far away, so you wouldn't technically have to put her in a hotel. You could just be like, go home. Unless she doesn't have a home to go to.
That did pop in my head. So him and his mama need to be on the show Smothered. There's a show called Smothered?
Yes, there is.
And I guess it's all this people smothering their kids or something
Their
like
children. And the child is like totally oblivious. It's like, I don't know.
OMG, I had this situation with my mother-in-law, and my ex didn't have the balls to ask her to leave all summer.
All summer.
You out of your mind. Hey. No. Nah.
She's lonely, everybody. She's definitely lonely.
And she's probably lonely because she smothered everybody else and they don't want to be bothered.
That's why she smothered him. She doesn't have an outlet.
I 100% blame the son for this. He is playing both sides. He doesn't want to be the bad guy. This is his mama. He should have handled it. He's a punk. Her husband is the asshole. It's up to him to talk to his mother. Haven't been in that situation. Strongly disagree with you, Tracy.
Everybody is, but I'm gonna stick with my opinion.
And the funny thing is, I didn't even see it from that angle, but yeah, I should have saw where she had to be the one to ask her to leave. Like, where was the husband?
They both should have did it, but yeah, that's her son.
The mother-in-law is intrusive and manipulative, and her son is complete wuss. Wife is better than me. I would have sent the mother and son to her house. Yeah, I thought I got mine. Sure. Yeah, I can hear it too. Yeah, I wonder where her headphones is. Maybe mom is a manipulator. All that stuff about someone consistently being with her and being a bad host, manipulation. Mom does not like her daughter-in-law, never did. This is all a game. So that counteracts the lonely thing. This is I'm just gonna make your life miserable game. Having been in that situation, I would bet mother-in-law would have not have agreed to a hotel room. She's controlling and really
reveling in her power.
reveling in power.
Cause she doesn't live that far away, but this lady is lonely, and I'm not sure why y'all not seeing it. And this is like the first thing I picked up on. I'm like, oh, she's lonely.
Okay, I gotta get mine, but that's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's important, but there's a way to do it instead of
She
just
wasn't
rude.
catching any hints.
You don't have to be rude. She didn't have to go say, I want to bleep your son. You should just say, we want.
Tracy,
Well, first
come
of all,
on
he
now.
should have did it. But if he wasn't going to do it, then she could say, hey, we want to spend time together. Just the two of us, not with you. So what you do is you fix yourself a nice dinner by yourself and we'll go out without you.
This woman, they can't
This
even
woman is
go in the
lonely.
room. They can't even go in the room and have a conversation with each other without her coming in. Now, why you got to come in here? We want to have
She's lonely. I'm telling you, this
You
lady
ain't that
is lonely.
lonely that you can't sit in the living room for a few minutes.
Some people are lonely.
No, that's controlling right there. That's
I didn't say she wasn't controlling, but this is she's giving me all kind of she's lonely vibes and she's depressed. But maybe I'm for her being lonely. She needs to get a wife. I'm sorry, I can't comment. Sorry, Tracy.
her exact words was, "It's not their responsibility to help with her loneliness. She needs to go get a life."
Maybe she needs a man. Set her up on a date.
It ain't our it ain't their responsibility to do that either. Because you keep forgetting that she's a mother. Now let's go back a little bit. That's a grown woman.
True.
Go find what you need to go do. And stop trying to use your son. And I'll even go with your route of being lonely. It's still using your son to get over.
I didn't say she wasn't. I said at the core of what she's exhibiting is lonely behavior.
Not all summer.
But summer, that's a
You
little
out
long.
your doggone mind.
That's a little long. I'll be like, mother-in-law, you know, we love you and everything,
did
but
try to
it's
talk
time
to
for you to go home.
See? Also, they did try to talk to her and she ignored them.
Then you say it another way. But she's obviously lonely.
She
That's the
did
answer
say it
I'm
another
gonna
way. She did.
She
said
went
it
the
another
rude
way.
route. She didn't have to say that like that.
Sometimes you just got to get rude.
No, you don't.
Sometimes you just got to go there. The son just got home. She is being disrespectful. 100% guaranteed her intrusiveness didn't just. Oh no. Oh.
Nope, he has
no.
no backbone because he can't stand up to his own. I didn't say she wasn't intrusive. She is intrusive. But at the core of all of that, she's lonely.
At the core of it, she's lonely. Also, at the core of it, she needs to handle her loneliness, and that doesn't mean using your children. Nah. Nope. Still not on. What's going on? We're gonna end the night before we go into the second hour. This is the world that I'm fighting for. Just end it like that.
Joy. So on this day, I was outside a restaurant washing the windows with a squeegee and a bucket of water. There was a break in the weather, and the snow had melted. I picked up the garbage that had been frozen under the snow. As I did, I noticed the car was circling the parking lot, leaving and returning. A server came to me with a cup of hot chocolate, and I thanked her. I then drank it and put it into the garbage bag. I then took the bag to the dumpster. I then saw that the car that had been circling around the parking lot had parked. A little old lady exited, and she headed straight towards me. Now, she reminded me of the old lady in the Courage and Cowardly Dog cartoon saying, "Oh honey, stop, stop, stop." I looked around and she was heading my way. She then says to me, "Oh dear, if you're hungry, let me buy you something to eat. My son is a cook here, and he can make a nice hot meal for you." Now at this point, it dawned on me, she must have thought I was going through the dumpster for food. She literally thought I was a homeless person. Now, honestly, I can see how she made this assumption. I was wearing my favorite hoodie, and it was a bit tattered, but it was a comfortable hoodie. We all have that one article of clothing or blanket or pillow that we refuse to throw away, right? And I hadn't shaved because I had taken several weeks off due to doctor's orders. The past 2 years have been hell on me and my mental health, trying to keep the restaurant afloat. But on with the story. The old lady takes me by the wrist and she leads me into my restaurant. Every time I tried to tell her that I'm the owner, she would just interrupt me saying, no, I don't want to hear it. We are getting you a good hot meal to get you warmed up. I won't take no for an answer. The whole way, I kept trying to say, but ma'am, and she would just keep saying, nope, don't want to hear it. I said we're getting you a nice hot meal. There's no shame in getting help from others. Please, make this old lady happy. Keep me company while we eat. Again, I tried to say to her, but ma'am, you don't understand. I'm actually... And she says, hush. She then brings me to a nice booth by the window and she tells me to sit right down while sitting across from me. She then says, hun, I know you're hungry, but you shouldn't stare in the window watching others eat. At this point, I give up trying to explain. My server Marissa comes to our table and said, oh, hi Mr. Rodney, how are you today? I tell her, I'm fine, thank you. Can you do me a favor? Get the manager. Marissa then went to the back of the house and she came back with the manager, and the manager says, oh, hey dad, what's up? I then say to my son, could you please tell this sweet old lady who I am? My son looks puzzled and says, yeah, this is my dad. He owns the restaurant. Hearing that, the sweet lady got that, oh my, look on her face. I then tell my son, hey, can you tell Mike that his mother's here? He says, sure can. He then heads back to the kitchen. Mike comes out and says, hi, Mama, what are you doing here? The sweet old lady couldn't say much, so I said, I finally get to meet your mom, instead of seeing her from a distance. Hey, go to the kitchen, make our favorite dinner, and show off your skills for your mama. As we waited, we talked about our families, and I showed her some of the pictures of my family I have hanging on the wall. I say to her, these are my 2 brothers and my 3 sisters here at the reopening of the restaurant. And this goofy looking guy right here is me. This is my wife, this is my daughter, and my grandkids. We then sit down and Mike's mother showed me a picture of her kids, her brothers, and her sisters, and she says, honey, I am so sorry for thinking that you were homeless. To which I say, ma'am, there is no need to be sorry. Now I know where Mike gets his kindness and his big heart. He works very hard and he's very respectful to me. You should be very proud of him, and he should be proud to be so lucky as to have a sweet mother. We sat, talked, ate our meals, and had a couple of coffees. Mike came out of the kitchen and said, okay, Mama, I'm done for the day. I then smiled and said we would see each other later, and she's always welcome. I then whispered to Mike, hey, your mama is sweet, she has such a big heart, and she's pretty stubborn, but sweet. To which Mike laughs and says he knew, and boy did he know.
Tracy, at this point, it don't matter because I'm already looking at the comments and nobody's buying the story. Nobody's. That is so sad.
That's
was a
really sad.
Story.
That was a great story.
This guy's an asshole because this story sucks. Oh my God, you hit the nail on the head with that statement. That some mother took their son to be their substitute. Come on, y'all.
Boy, y'all cynical. Dang.
God,
people can have a kind heart space in their hearts. Boy.
Jeez.
I don't want to meet y'all on no bad day. Goodness.
This restaurant story makes me want to punch myself in the
face. No, it doesn't. It made me feel good. I'm like, oh wait a minute.
God. Y'all live in such a cynical life.
Just sad.
Sweet story. Okay, I'm about to throw my phone across the room.
I mean, dang.
Thank you, Foxy. I appreciate it. That was a wait. I'm sorry. Make sure that was a sweet.
It was a sweet story. It just warmed my heart. Well, gee, how do we know? He says every story is
fake. How
would
we know ears would say something like that? Gee.
What? Y'all just cold and heartless.
Not only not buying it, it bored me to tears. Y'all, oh my
mean,
goodness.
Heartless,
it was
cold.
Heartwarming.
It was heartwarming.
I keep saying, I keep saying, where's this story going?
Boy, y'all just sad. It's sad that people live in this type of society where we can't.
Y'all are so used to these Karens and people going off and acting crazy and everything. Those are stories you believe. This heartwarming story, nope, not mine.
No, can't happen.
Nope.
People can't be nice.
Nope.
People can't be kind.
About to throw my phone.
I'm gonna punch myself in the face. What?
I'm gonna punch myself in the face and throw my phone over the. Man, y'all. The substitute husband comment was not about the story. It's about the husband and the wife. Oh, okay. Ew. And ew. Goes. No.
That's the mother.
Do not make your son a substitute husband.
But some went. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Go make your mom her favorite meal then. All right, Mom, I'm off the list. Let's go. All right, Mama, I'm out. Man,
y'all just mean and heartless and just don't have no. Do you have love in your heart? That's what I really want to know.
I was waiting for somebody to come out of the kitchen with a knife or find out her son was her son. See, that's what I mean.
We so used to Maury, we can't take these heartwarming stories. What's wrong with y'all? For
y'all
real.
So
that's terrible.
Come on.
I don't want to be like y'all.
She was overbearing, not kind. Leave that
man
alone. No,
she was trying to do a good deed. She saw what she thought was a homeless man, and she tried to feed him. What's so bad about that? What makes y'all think, oh, that can't be true? So he owned the restaurant. She didn't know that. If more people would be kind, then maybe this world would be better.
The rule, the longer the story, the more unnecessary details, the more false it is. Wow,
But this story wasn't false. I don't care. I don't believe it was.
She was a little pushy.
She was pushy, but she had a kind heart.
This story wasn't even good enough for a Hallmark channel.
Y'all heartless. This is sad.
You know what? That's it.
This is sad.
Man told her 5 times. I'm going into the second hour. Y'all mean, man. Y'all just
no heart, no kind. You do anything kind for anybody just because you're kind? Because apparently not. Apparently y'all just like, hey, I watch Maury all day long, but dang.
You need to do at least one heartwarming story because your group needs love.
Thank you, person, whoever that is.
Thank you, Foxy. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, we need something to make us feel good about humanity.
She was an old Karen abandoned his base over where she won't help. We're going into the second hour.
You know what? Y'all just sad. Y'all sad. It's breaking my heart that y'all this cynical. This is sad. Sad.
We're going into the second hour. Oh my God.
That is not how I spell my name.
She actually got a Y at the end of her name.
Yeah, no I. Don't. Nah.
I'm wonderfully. I am wonderfully kind. I just choose not to bore anyone with.
He was saying she did a good deed, and I'm telling people, y'all just something wrong with y'all. I don't know what it is. Look at your heart. That's all I'm asking.
No, sir. You're poor, and I'll prove it to you.
Boy, y'all sad. Sad.
Y'all some mean people, boy.
Just making people lose all hope in society.
I don't care. You're being overbearing like the lady in the video, Tracy.
Okay.
God. Blah,
blah, blah,
okay,
blah.
That's it. That's it.
Nope.
Second hour, starting now. See y'all in the second hour. See y'all in 3 minutes.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hand for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally. I always say dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally, higher to a bird. You, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally.
We are back, and I just want to comment on something real quick. Hey, Mickey, I'm just worried about them.
No, we're worried about you.
This is supposed to have a video out tomorrow. Just letting everybody know, since he wants to be a butt. He is supposed to have a video out tomorrow. Let's see if he has the video out tomorrow.
Or the next president.
Or the next president. I'm going for the next president, though. They'll be petty again in the second hour.
Yes, and
Yep.
your problem is you dealing with two petty people. Did we never say we weren't petty? Nope.
I never said I wasn't petty. At the very least,
I
got
walk in my
petty.
pettiness.
All right, so welcome back. This is our second hour of this show, so I appreciate everybody that's coming back. The numbers are very strong, but let me go ahead and pay some bills. Please do not forget to go to Tracy Media LLC Patreon page. Please support Tracy in her cause. Please support Theas, who is just tearing us up in the comments anyway, but please go and support him anyway, because he truly, truly do have some very good causes. Please do not forget to support me at Patreon, Radical Truth to Power. Unfortunately, you have to spell it exactly the way it is, capital R, capital T, capital P. Please do not forget to go to Anna's website, BoreliaEtc.com. Learn something that you really didn't think you need to learn. And if anybody would like to drop me an email, it's at radtp@outlook.com. That is radtp@outlook.com. Again, I truly appreciate it. If everybody right now can do me a favor, hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, I really do. Our numbers are being phenomenal, but at this time, please hit that like button. I truly appreciate everybody that's coming in. And if you are new to us and this is your type of content, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. I would truly appreciate everybody doing that too, because it did grow. It's getting better. It's getting stronger. And I appreciate everybody's support. Let me see. We all need a good laugh. Let's make the second hour a pick on Marlon and Trey.
Who's Trey Sue? Who is Trey Sue? I don't know who Trey Sue is. I know who Marlon is, but I don't know who Trey Sue is.
Please support Trey Sue at Trey Sue Media LLC.
See, what? Mickey. Mickey. Now, I know you've known me long enough to know how I spell my name.
Okay, so we're going to get into real or not, which is hilariously funny considering that, no, I thought this next story, I'm not going to give you my, we're going to jack up your name all night. Trey Sue. This story, I'm just going to play it, and then I'm going to give you my interpretation at the end. Tracy, you give me what your thoughts is pretty low, but trust me, it is worth it because it is, just take my word for it. It's worth it.
Old woman, and my 31-year-old husband got a paternity test on our daughter, who's 5, and it came back negative, but I never cheated. Now he thinks that our relationship is a lie and he wants to divorce. What do I do? I don't know how this happened, and I haven't been able to stop crying all day. I never cheated. I love my husband. We've been together since college, and he's the love of my life. He's handsome and kind. And while I have slept with 2 other people, both of these were before we got together. There is no other potential father for our daughter. We were married already and actively trying for a baby. I never cheated, I never would cheat, and I don't know why he took that stupid test because I would never ever cheat. But it came back negative, and now he thinks that he's not her dad. I don't know how to convince him that it was a faulty test, and I'm so scared. These past few months, it's like he's become someone completely different from the man that I married. He's cold and suspicious. He kept demanding to see my phone and wouldn't tell me why. And I did show him at first, but eventually told him that I wouldn't anymore unless he explained why. He's been distant with our daughter too. He stays in his office for hours on end, and I don't know what he's doing. I did not cheat. He accused me this morning saying that he'd done the test after realizing that our daughter's eyes, which are brown, couldn't possibly come from ours. We're both blue. And that he wanted me to get out of the house. I didn't leave, and he locked me out of our bedroom, and now I'm in my daughter's room. This is terrifying. What should I do? And then OP posted an update. Hi everyone. First off, I wanted to thank everyone who reached out. My original post got so much attention. It was hard to get to everything, but I ended up making a list of plans and tests that I wanted to get done. My husband was understandably distrustful of me for a while, but he apologized for the way that he acted, which I didn't need, and said that he wouldn't try to kick me out of our home. He did say, though, that if every test came back that I'd cheated, then he was going to go scorched earth. We did a few tests. We did blood paternity tests for him and me and our daughter, and we had an appointment with a chimerism specialist coming up, but that got canceled because, well, some of you guessed it, but my daughter isn't biologically mine either. I don't know how this happened, but a cop came to our house and took our statements, and we're suing the hospital where I gave birth. I don't know what happened to my baby, and that's terrifying. I have my husband back. But now my whole world has been upended, and I just wish that he had never taken that stupid test. I've been sleeping in my daughter's room, and I'm so afraid that she's going to be taken away from me.
But at the same time, I want to know where my biological daughter is and if she's okay. I pray to God that she's okay. My daughter still doesn't know about the details, and we've been trying to keep this quiet. The last thing that we need is a big scandal. I don't want people who know us to look at her differently. She deserves better than that. She's such a good kid, and she's not some spectacle to be gawked at. If we can find her birth family, I have no idea what we'll do. I guess the best case scenario would be to get a bigger house and all live together, but I don't know if we can afford that, or if they would go for that, or even if we'd be able to locate them, or if I'm just crazy. This whole situation is crazy. I don't know anyone else who's been in a situation like this. I mean, are there support groups for parents of kids who got mixed up? I Googled and nothing came up. How do we tell our daughter? I mean, we can't tell her now. She'll tell the kids at school and then it'll be everywhere. But we have to say something. I don't know what I ever did to deserve this.
Tracy, I'm going to let you go first.
Boy, I hate to do this. I don't believe that at all. This sounds like that episode of The Golden Girls where the couple came from Italy and told Sophia that Dorothy wasn't Sophia's daughter. That's exactly what this sounds like. This is just switched at birth. Yes, it happens. There have been real cases where children have been switched at birth. But that's your daughter. That is your daughter. You've raised her since birth. It doesn't matter whether you're not the biological mother or not, but nah, I don't believe this one.
Okay, I'm going to put this comment up from Tanya. This eye color mess killed me.
Yeah,
this is why I said, man, it's a bullshit. This is a BS story. I'm not buying none of this. He's not my daughter either. Maybe we can all just get one big Partridge Family house and we all move in and get
someone that you could locate. Let's say that she locates the birth daughter. What about the couple raising the birth daughter? Like maybe they love that child like their own daughter, and you should just leave well enough alone.
And they don't know. They don't know that that's not their daughter. The other family. Man, this is a lie. This is a lie.
Yeah, sue the hospital for the obvious mistake. But yes,
wait a minute. Hold on. She rather live a lie than know the truth. She should leave her for being stupid. This story you believe.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is
the story. He's like, yup, this is true. Man, Fizz, you're better than this, Fizz. You are better than this.
Get on out of here with this, man.
You got to tell the daughter, hey, you were born, the hospital made a mistake. But it's not a mistake that you were in our life. We love you. You are our daughter. In the story. But nah, I don't believe it. They do blood tests in hospitals when the child is born, I'm assuming, as a person that's never had a baby.
They got a new thing where you go in, Tracy, and there are 3 bracelets that's given. There's a bracelet for the mom, it's a bracelet for the dad, and a bracelet for the baby when they're born.
Yeah, as soon as the baby comes out.
And technically it's synced. Technology-wise, it's synced. So even if somebody was to try to remove the baby from the hospital, the alarm was set off and it would shut all the security doors. I mean, it was not security doors. It would shut down all doors in the hospital. I mean, they're not playing no more. It's like we are on complete lockdown as a baby missing. Now, unless, and the reason I say that, unless you stay in a real rural area or you have a small, the chances of this happening is slim to none. This is all a lie. If you say it happened, how do you then say it isn't true?
You know what? He would pick. He doing this to annoy
He
us.
picks
There's
this
no
story
way.
to
There's no
believe.
way he believes this. He's doing it
He
to
don't
annoy us.
believe this
He
story.
does not believe it. He
He
doesn't.
doesn't believe this. She Googled switch birth support groups and there are none. I just Googled it and there are a lot of support groups.
Thank you, Mickey.
And there are a lot of
Like I said,
man, get on out of here with this doggone story, man.
he gonna say he knows he doesn't believe it.
I will to believe the story based on science. So the grandmama tried to help somebody out who she thought was homeless. Oh, that's unreal.
Yeah, that can't be possibly true, but a baby
has
switched
made it-
at birth can. Sat down,
Oh,
Tiz.
no.
Sat down.
How common is it to be switched at birth? Out of 4 million total births, about 28,000 babies got switched every year. Overall, this translates to one mistake per every 1,000 babies.
That's a high number.
Good number. That's not a good number. 1 out of 1,000? I got to rethink that.
28,000, but I still don't believe it. It sounds exactly like that episode of Golden Girls.
If it's true, they're responsible to tell the child the truth.
Irregardless. Yep.
If it's true, they are responsible to tell the child the truth if they get their biological kid back. Because I am not saying irregardless on this show. I am not about to say that.
I will,
word.
irregardless.
That's not a word.
Irregardless.
Nope.
I just threw it in there.
I'm not saying
Irregardless.
I should have never taught you that you could do that. Oh. The bracelet exists for this reason.
It didn't happen, Fizz. It's that episode of the Golden Girls.
This is a great story. My spider senses are yelling. This is BS, but this is a great story.
This isn't even a great story. It's a tragic story if it's true, which is not.
I grew up seeing several switches
on TV movies.
Tracy, you literally said it can happen.
In the 1 out of 1 trillion cases, nope, he knows he.
You just suck it up. You need to tell the truth. I'm not saying suck it up. Who said suck it up? Okay. If it is true,
which is not,
but if it is true, you need to lay all the cards on
you
the table.
sure do. You can't let that child be going through life
because this is what I'm thinking. And this has happened before. So this is true, Rick. And I don't want to hear anybody talking about, no, that's a lie. I don't want to hear that crap. Is the fact that if one of the parents needed an organ to survive liver transplant or something like that, the wife, 9 out of 10, is not going to be a match. Husband, wife, whatever, is not going to be a match. It will be a match of the child. You're going to try to tell me their father/husband is laying on the operating table, needs a liver transplant, and thus finds out that she's not a match.
Well, no, Marlon, Marlon. But the liver transplant only works if the other person's dead.
No, I mean not transplant.
Yeah, a liver. You can't live without a liver. You cannot live without a liver.
Not a liver transplant.
A kidney transplant is what you're referring to.
Kidney, but there's a liver something. I ain't wrong. I saw Hawaii Five-0. That was a episode of that. Nope. You don't play one on TV. This is basically all the switched at birth cases from the 80s and 90s with modern DNA. Yeah.
This is the made-up episode on the Golden Girls where Sophia was told that Dorothy was not her daughter. I don't know why y'all don't watch the Golden Girls. This is exactly the same episode.
I missed that episode.
Man, I'm not listening to you no more.
He knows he doesn't believe it.
She's lying. She
cheated. Yep. That's what I thought. I'm like, she cheated.
You know what? When she started that story about, but I didn't. I'm like, boy, you protest too much here.
And how did they get
Oh
all that
no.
money to do all those tests? Those tests are not cheap. Where did she get the money to do the test? The blood test I could see. But then she started talking about going to specialists. That stuff's not covered by insurance. Where did they get the money?
Which? She said they're talking about getting a house for everybody.
I don't know if that's relevant, Tracy. They got somebody else's baby.
Parents tell fairy tales to their kids every day. My kids wouldn't.
No, that's a mistake if it's true. That's a tragic mistake.
That is a mistake.
That child needs to know by the time they 10. Nope. Be like, we not your biological parents.
The older they get, the more they're going to resent that you couldn't tell them.
Yep, you couldn't tell them the truth. And then how you going to tell your kid to be honest you set up their line?
Oh, the calculation is off. Is what out of 10,000? Okay, no, I'm back to this being a BS story then.
But it's still a high number if that's true, which I'm
one
like.
Out of 10,000?
No, that's not high. That's rare.
That's a very rare number. 1 out of 10,000? That's just because it can happen doesn't mean that it did happen to this couple. As hysterical and deprived that she was, she lied about.
I'm saying she lied about the test because them tests are not cheap. They are not cheap.
She did lie about the Google and the support groups, though. She did.
Yeah, there's a support group literally for everything.
Would not believe there's a support group for that, though. Jeez. The liver is the organ that.
I don't think you can live without a liver. But I could be wrong. But
yeah, I remember, and I know Theus is going, oh, you saw it on a TV show. That's true. But I do remember an episode that I saw where somebody's liver was damaged and they needed a part of the liver to put in the.
But not the whole thing.
I didn't mean the whole thing. But you still have to have a blood test. You still have to be a
match. Yeah, you still have the basic blood test.
And if you find out that you're not a match to any of them, and I'll even go with yours, with the kidney thing, you're still not a match.
Nope.
Why am I not a match?
Because you ain't your father.
Not really my child.
Because when it comes to little Dejanay, you are not the father. We're awesome to the crowd.
See, I know about my liver.
1/3, but not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing. If you damaged your whole liver, how much is too much protesting when you're? That's my point.
That was the other part. I never cheated. Yes, she did.
I never cheated. I did sleep with a couple of people, but that was way before the like.
Girl, you suspect.
You. Let's put it right there, Tracy. I ain't saying you cheated. A little suspect. Like my daughter did Thursday, Tracy. You a itty bitty little suspicious. You may have itty bitty little cheated. Not saying you cheated. Itty bitty may a little cheated. Just a little. When nurses are changing babies, they do them all at one time. That's typically when issues occur.
But I thought the baby was in the room with the mother. That's what I saw. It's not like the 1950s where they had the babies.
Mickey, she used Bing. That's why she couldn't find a support group.
Mickey found several.
But she used Google. The lady used Bing. We must normalize everything, knowing their family mental health for the youngest possible. You definitely got to know, as my daddy would say, who your people are. Yeah, I would tell them as quick as I possibly can.
Not at 5.
I don't know at 5. I wouldn't do that at 5. No.
10.
I think in the teenage years, I would have to just come out, though. I really would have to.
Yeah, because I thought that the baby, when the child was born, the newborn would stay in the same room as the child's mother so that the mother and the baby could bond. That's what I thought. So I'm thinking, oh, this can't happen no more because the baby is right there with the mother. This isn't like 1955 where they had all the babies in a room and they just all were lined up.
She was protesting because she was innocent. Y'all using Salem witch hunt trial logic. No, hey,
We're just saying, how can
you
she
have,
afford all of them tests?
I literally am the first person to sit here and say
And wait a
you
minute,
you
though.
have to
I'm
you
sorry,
have to
Marlon.
prove to me that you cheated. You got to prove to me. You just can't come out your mouth and say I cheated, and I'm like, no, I haven't. Why are you saying that? I have a feeling that you are. Like, no, we ain't
Here's
going
the
by your feelings.
here's the
Go
question
ahead.
nobody asked. Why did he want the blood test in the first place?
Oh, because he said it because their eyes are blue, but the baby's eyes are
No,
brown,
no.
which
He
was
thinks
the
she cheated.
stupidest. That's the
That's dumb
stupidest
logic.
logic I've ever heard in my life. There,
Well, it could have been the aunt saying that baby not yours.
yeah, you do have some us going.
That's not your baby.
That don't look like you.
I'm one of those aunts.
Yeah. Actually, given the many stories about stolen babies, sadly, the more likely scenario when moms and dads are not related, mama steals it. It happens too many times. Y'all coming in with a whole bunch
How
of
do
fire
you
on this
steal
little
a
fake ass
baby?
book.
How do you steal a baby?
And brown eyes are
Eyes are
dominant.
dominant.
With
Yes,
brown
brown
eyes,
eyes are
yes,
dominant.
their daughter would have brown. What's up, Al? What's going on, folks? What's
Hey,
the topic?
Al.
To make a long story short, the dad said that the mama cheated because the baby have different colors than both of them. She did a DNA test. He did a DNA test, and it came up that he's not the father. Later on, he agreed with the mom that they need to do another test because that other test could have been faulty. Come to find out, she's not the mama. Somehow, some way, the baby was swapped at the hospital, and now she's trying to figure out. And I think the story is fake, but everybody's coming at me saying that the story was real. Meanwhile, on the other end of this, because I'm gonna tell you all the story. Meanwhile, when we have a sweet story about a lady who is determined that no matter what this man says, that she's gonna feed this man because she thinks that he's homeless. She's gonna take him into happens to be the same restaurant that this man happens to own.
Yeah,
She
that's
takes
gotta
him
be
there
fake.
because that's her son and everything else, and they feed her and everything. That's a sweet story. Everybody in that mama here, oh, that's fake as crap. Oh, get this crap out of here. This is the most cynical group of individuals I've ever met in my
Sad.
life.
Y'all sad.
Y'all would agree to tragedy a lot quicker than you would agree to something that's good.
And what does that say about you?
Sad. You do have to keep your child in the room with you. It's about a preference.
Okay,
Hey,
I've never had a child, so I don't know. I just always assumed the
if
baby
I
and the
did,
mother.
I would. Sorry. Tracy suspicious is a universal. His logic was sound, although misinformed. He was suspicious, so he looked into it. Then found the hospital screwed up. This is logical. And L, yeah,
Yeah, wow,
wow,
that's how sad our society has
wow.
gone down the toilet hole. Sad.
The granny bum hustler.
No, she wasn't.
Man,
But he'll believe the story about the baby being switched
that's why he
in
didn't want
a
to be on the
minute.
show. That's why he didn't want to be on the show because he knew he
He
could use
knows good
this.
well he doesn't believe it. No, he
I would have
doesn't.
taken father 3 seconds to Google and find out that the daughter could easily have brown eyes with both parents being blue, quicker and a lot cheaper than a DNA test. I don't trust him. I don't trust the story. Who's laughing at us? I'm telling you. In fact, if you rest, in fact, if you won't rest, take advantage of sending the baby back to the nursery because once you get them home, they are.
This is why I don't have any.
Ooh, you ain't never lied.
This is why I don't have any. I don't
Fox,
need all of that complication in my life.
Foxy's videos of the week. I'm gonna play this video anyway. I'm being nice. So in lieu of Thea's not being on this show, I got a Thea's light. This has been saying this for the longest time. This guy put it in louder and more graphic content, be excluded that there is a couple of GD words in there. And I don't like that term, but I'm not going to not show this video because of that, because the rest of it is just great.
Motherfuckers. Now, this topic I'm kind of passionate about, so it might go over 60 seconds. But first and foremost, I consider myself an independent. I typically do vote Democrat because they usually have the policies that I agree with. However, Republicans, you motherfuckers have shown your complete ass. You supported Trump, who basically shitted on the Constitution. You participated, most of you motherfucking senators and governors, in trying to overturn a legitimate election. Now you motherfuckers are denying soldiers access to medical care that they've gotten from being in these motherfucking burn pits overseas that are developing all these cancers and shit. You've proven that you don't give a fuck about the American people. You're also pushing this goddamn Christian-based agenda. I'm gonna tell you like this. It's time to vote all of these motherfuckers out of office and create a new goddamn party. We don't need you motherfuckers in office no more. You're not trying to move us forward. You're taking us the fuck back when America was great for motherfucking white supremacists. We ain't having that shit no more. We got too many ethnicities in this goddamn country that are ready to move the fuck forward instead of stepping back to coddle your goddamn white privilege. Fuck your privilege, fuck your attitudes. It's time to take this country forward, regardless of what the fuck y'all feel.
Sorry, Tracy, for all the cuss words, but yeah.
That was it in a nutshell.
Y'all, these people who sit there and constantly is determined to tell everybody how much they care about this country, and then determine their care depending on who is in the president's chair. They don't care about this country. They definitely don't care about your life. They care about the small minority of the 40% of this country. The hell with the 60%. I mean, you know what I mean. The small amount of people, because these small amount of people are the ones that's funding this BS. They don't care if you live or die. They're completely comfortable with thoughts and prayers. They are comfortable with saying that and moving on. I just saw the damage report. Y'all take a look at them. They're really good people. I looked at damage report where Fox News, and they must have accidentally put this person on because they was talking about the crime rate that's going on in the United States during the summertime. And this woman said, but y'all don't understand that the crime rates that's going on, the majority or a large amount of the crime rates happen in red states. As soon as she said that, the whole panel, oh my God, wait a minute, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And one guy popped in and just went, wait a minute. Let's use facts and not use something that's going to just take us somewhere else with it. I just wanted to tell this dude, no, that was facts. That was facts that you didn't want to hear. Crime rates in red states are higher than in blue states. Those are facts. They don't care. They didn't care during COVID if you live or die because you are just part of an agenda for power and money. And if you keep listening to these psychopaths, you're not going to be here much longer. They're not for your best interest. They're just not. If you're more, purposely voted down, Republicans voted down the bill that would help millions of veterans in health care for fighting for this country. I like to use that a lot. Fight for your country, don't they? To help them cancer treatment. They voted it down. Not only did they vote it down, there's video of them, and I'll show it to you tomorrow if I can find it. I'm sure I can find it. Tracy, they're in the middle of the aisle fist bumping each other and praising each other like the dude just made a touchdown or something. This is your Ted Cruz's and everybody. They don't care about you. Okay? They really don't.
Yeah, you know, I have been a long critic of the Democratic Party with good reason. But the Republicans, all of them is trash. All of them are trash. I can't think of one Republican that I have respect for. Literally none. They all voted against the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. They voted against $15 minimum wage. They voted against stimulus money. They voted. What have they really voted for? Tax breaks for the rich. But yet, somehow, people will still vote for them. I literally don't understand it. I don't understand why people keep supporting this group. Only thing I can think of is they vote for them because they're racist, like they are. That's the only literal thing I can come up with. Because why would you vote for a party that literally cares nothing about you? They don't care about veterans. People that fought for this country. If they don't care about them, they don't care about you. They don't care about me. They care about them. But you keep sending them back. Why? What is it? Why?
If you say MF for one more time, I'm gonna pull my natural.
MF. Oh yeah. Okay.
He was MF in this whole doggone video. He was mad. How you ain't got time to put a shirt on? I ain't gonna say nothing about that thing. He did
have his shirt. You know, I didn't even know.
No, that dude at the bottom didn't. Like,
he was trying to get the ladies. Y'all don't know. Where did you know? I don't know what he into. Shoot, maybe he was just trying.
Very well stated, and all the fucks was necessary. I don't know. Someone was like, ugh. I might try to count how many cuss words he said. I really didn't hear anything else.
Well, y'all really counting the cuss words, and I'm listening to what he said. I'm like, yep, okay, yep.
Elijah Muhammad tried to tell y'all sleepy Negroes, y'all know a thing by his behaviors.
Just talk to me normal. I can go without cuss words. It's distracted from the message.
The highest violent crime rates was Alaska, solid red. The lowest was New York, blue. Portland is using red and blue for violence. Look for concentrated poverty, low class mobility, and rate of church attendees in the overlap. Always point to various concentration of crime.
I'm just saying why they vote for him. That's all I want to know. Why they vote for him.
And those crimes are largely dominant assault, rape, and murder of women. You ain't never lied. Be quiet there. Some of us don't mind the bear.
Yeah, Mickey, tell it. Some of us don't mind. We ain't saying, you know.
This next video is to remind you. I try to educate on this show just a little bit. I know this is BS. I've seen it personally. I'm trying to describe it without describing it. I've seen it personally in handbooks. It's not real.
Oh yeah, there's just one more thing I want to update you on. One of my subordinates has been going around the office telling people how much money she makes. It's been causing me so many issues. Like, I've had so many people come up to me saying that they don't think they're being compensated fairly enough. It's a mess. So anyway, I'm just going to write her up because she does not need to be going around the office telling people how much money she's making. It's just not going to happen. Good one. Why are you laughing? Wait, you're not serious, are you? Yeah, why wouldn't I be serious? Because I assume you don't want the company to be sued? There's literally a law that prohibits companies from doing that. You know, the National Labor Relations Act. It actually gives employees full right to discuss their wages with other employees. It's supposed to keep companies in check so they don't unfairly compensate employees. Oh my god, that is not a law. Honey, I get you're new and you're just trying to do the right thing here, but I've been a manager way longer than you've been HR, so just trust me on this. I'm gonna be writing her up. So sorry, forget I said anything. Oh hey, what's up, HR? Hey boss lady, I just wanted to make sure that you knew the assistant boss lady was about to write up one of our employees for discussing her wages with other employees. I tried to tell her it was against the law and that we could be sued, but she told me that she knows better because she's been at it longer, so I just wanted to make sure you knew, just in case. No, actually I was not aware of this. Thank you so much for bringing it to my attention. I'll take care of it. Assistant boss lady. Hi, it's been brought to my attention that you're going to be writing up one of the employees for discussing wages with the other employees. Yeah, she's been going around the office telling everybody how much money she's making. So many issues are coming up, so I was actually about to go write her up for it. Let me be clear. You will not be doing that. It is highly illegal and can most definitely get this company sued. So my advice to you is when HR tells you not to do something, take that under advisement because you really do not know everything, and our HR is here to not only protect our employees, but to protect us. Is that clear? Yes, ma'am.
Why couldn't the
Yeah.
company just pay more money? Like, I mean, sitting there, I'm like, y'all doing all this, just pay the employees what they're worth.
Because, and like I said, I saw this in a company handbook. Literally, I saw this written in a company handbook. Please do not talk about how much you make.
And that's illegal.
And but they never gonna tell you it's illegal. But that was the point. You're not supposed to know what the other person is making, so that way we can control wages. Because exactly what this lady was saying. She's going around telling everybody, and everybody going to the manager going, why is she making more money? Why is he making more money? I got more seniority. I got more education. I got more experience. Whatever the reason is.
Mm.
You ain't supposed to know how much everybody else is making because you don't want the smoke. You
But
don't
if
want
they paid their employees fairly, nobody would have any reason to discuss their pay in the first place.
I'm so sick of him. A long ass pointless story to cover up.
That happens a lot because I know that happens all the time, unfortunately.
I know for a fact it happened. I saw it in a company handbook. You are not allowed to discuss your salary / wages with other employees of the company.
And I'd be like, bump this, I'm going to talk about it.
Now, being black a little bit on this, you don't need to know how much I'm making.
But that's what they want you to think because they could be underpaying you and then paying a white person who does the same work that you do way more money than you. So no, I'm not gonna keep quiet.
Or they're overpaying a male over a female who's doing the same
so
job.
Don't take the black approach. I don't want no, it ain't your business.
Oh no, literally the only person that knows how much I'm making is my wife. And I'm obligated to tell her so I can sleep at night.
You don't tell me nothing.
I tell you everything.
He tells us everything. We know what date y'all was married, what color he was wearing, the decorations, which I had for food items. What's the name of the minister that married y'all? The name of the church.
Let's not talk about the food items. Let's not. I am laughing. Harsh truth. If you've been doing the same job in the same role for years, it is almost guaranteed the new people will get more. The pay is for the position, not the worker.
I always thought the ones that were newer got paid less, though.
Nope. Nope. Because the funny thing about it is
Because
some
the ones that's
companies,
been there a long time, they got that seniority, so you got to pay for that seniority.
however, there are some companies who can change the scale of a certain payment in a certain position, and a new person that comes in starts off at that new scale. However, now remember, we don't know what everybody is making. So we're not going to tell the old people who've been here for the longest that there's a new scale.
And that just meet their maximum. They're maxed out.
Oh, yeah. And veterans max out. There are some companies that have a max to it. So, in other words, for you to make more than what you have to get a new title or go to a new department.
Or start your own business, make your own money, and tell them to stick it.
That's a little too easy to say. Yep, a lot of companies do that. Yeah, they companies have no problem whatsoever screwing you over for their bottom line. When everybody sits here and say we can't raise minimum wage because then they would charge customers more.
They already charging customers more.
That's not their reasoning. They have a set profit line that they're going to meet. Thus, even if they pay wages to their employees, they're going to meet that profit wage. They're going to meet it. Sorry about my slurring and everything. I am tired. My wife had me out all day. I'm not used to this, folks. But happy wife, happy sleep. Everyone should talk about their pay and build their skills to get better in the role. Absolutely agree. It's absolutely based in keeping the folks on the plantation.
There you go. Now, I'm with you. I'm with you now.
Seniority is fighting for a 3% raise. The new people come in at a current market rate, or the company freezes the scale and rebound. Yeah, they're going to set their profit rate at a certain point.
Yeah, and the CEO makes $26 to $28 million per year.
Yeah.
For what?
They're going to set their profit rate at a certain rate, and then they work backwards. And what I mean by work backwards is that our profit rate has to be at this point. Now we're going to work backwards on everybody else's rate, managers, everybody that's under the manager, janitorial service, whatever, to meet that profit rate. So they're going to keep that profit rate exactly where they want it to be. They're not moving from that number. If they do not meet that profit rate, something went wrong, and chances are, will they charge customers more for the product or services? Yes. Also, is layoffs pending? Yes. Are wages cut for doing the same amount of work? Yes. Because now they got to figure out how to get back up to the profit rate that they've already set. They're not moving off that number, folks. They're not moving off that number.
Ain't America great?
We love this country.
Well,
when people know that others are making, they are more likely to demand fair wages for the like work, so they want to keep you scared in the dark. Oh.
And if a company does fire you for telling your wages, sue them. Sue them.
They use. I had a thought in my head. Hold on. There are people who use fear of losing your job rather than anything else to keep you working there. Treating you better, treat you like a human. Be honest with you, fair wages and everything else, safe working environment, anything. They will use fear of losing your job. The one thing that COVID screwed over corporations tenfold is it absolutely positively showed the working class individual what their worth was. I didn't feel sorry for you with, oh, you would rather be on unemployment than work for us.
Yeah, that whole
Yeah,
$300 a month. Yeah, that'll do it.
yeah. Do you know how bad of an employer you are where that is actually a true statement that I would rather be on unemployment than work for you? You didn't even catch the hint of that. I would rather be on unemployment than work for you, than put up with your BS for crumbs, by the way, for paycheck to paycheck. While the United States have more millionaires and billionaires than any other country in the world. Notice how even in the recession, big companies still manage to give their folks big bonuses, raise record profits. Look at the oil companies
And
oil,
Walmart.
oil companies have had record profit this year. And I knew it was coming. Be honest with you, sorry, but not sorry. I really should have said something about it. I knew it was coming because they lost a tremendous amount of money during COVID. Because
Nobody was going. Who was
nobody
going
was going
anywhere?
anywhere.
Everybody stayed at home.
Everybody was going anywhere. So I should have known. I should have known that these sociopaths was going to sit there and just go, I'm going to make my money back some type of way. Oh, the country's back open. Time to raise the rent.
That's what they're hoping doesn't happen is another pandemic. Well, we're still in a pandemic. What am I
We're
talking
still
about?
in a pandemic. Absolutely complex mind. Other countries invest in building their workforce, starting them from the very beginning with how they educate them. U.S. makes no investment. The bill to actually, never mind, I'll say it tomorrow. The stock market killed the American economy when we shafted to quarterly earnings as success. It was over.
Yep, it was pretty much over.
And the funny thing about it is, y'all can have y'all little stock market. I was doing okay. Y'all can go.
Yeah, who
The stock
invests?
market is terrible, and oh my god, look at it.
Okay, whatever. I
I'm
don't
good.
invest. I mean, I probably should, but I don't invest.
I got investments. I got investments in stock, but if they literally right now those investments fall flat on its face and goes out of business and everything else, okay. Corporations can save themselves by pulling out of the secondary market. You're gonna have to explain that to me
Yeah,
later.
because you lost me, Thieves, because see, my mind, you at a higher level. Cause I'm like,
Yeah, you at a higher
what?
level on some things like that, but you can explain it to us at a later date. So we're gonna go ahead and show this last video so we can get on out of here so I can get some real sleep. I don't know what time I'm waking up, and I don't even care. This is so short, I'm not even gonna take us down, but this is a Mickey joke. So Mickey, I hope you're still here because these are your type of joke.
Breaking news! A man was admitted to the hospital with 25 toy horses inserted into his rectum. Doctors have just described his condition as stable.
Oh my god, no.
I get it.
You didn't like that one? Like
How
that
many
one.
jokes do I actually end up liking?
That was funny.
It was cute.
Having my ass off, so he's a horse. His is now. That was funny.
It was cute, but
You have no sense of humor, Tracy.
I definitely have a sense of humor. The little daycare girl.
The little daycare. Woo, you got roasted on your Facebook on that one. Good Lord.
And I'm gonna still keep posting it. Like y'all gonna stop me.
Yeah, go ahead. I told you it was going to happen.
The little baby Scarface. I have a twisted sense of humor.
You are just, well, let's just end it with twisted. Guess he left the bar.
Wow, he left. Now that's funny. Now that right there is funny. Yes.
Oh, you're right, Maul. I love that one. It appeals to my sick, twisted sense of humor. And laughing at.
See, that's funny.
Y'all. Tracy, please tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, you can find me at tracymediallc.com. I'm not making any videos right now because I am on a much needed sabbatical, but I'll be starting right up September the 3rd.
And for Theus, please go to complexsimpleman.com. Please support him. And for Anna, please go to borreliaetc.com and support her and her cause. Of course, please go to Patreon/Radical Truth to Power, capital R, capital T, capital T, capital P. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, that is our show for tomorrow. Please tune in tomorrow for a very special show. If anybody did not see the beginning of this show, let me go ahead and explain to you that we're going to look into oh my God, I'm so tired.
Breonna Taylor.
Thank you, Breonna Taylor. The cops that killed Breonna Taylor has been charged. We're going to look into how in the world you get 9 years in a Russian prison for having prescribed not even marijuana oil, but let's say marijuana oil. And we're going to look into yet another shooting in the United States, this time at a Mall of America. We're going to get an update on that. So please tune in tomorrow. Apologies to everybody. Again, I'm not used to getting up early in the morning, going shopping, walking around all day. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this. And please tune in tomorrow because I have a very special announcement. I did say something about it yesterday, but not a lot of people heard it. So I will be having a very special announcement tomorrow. And I can tell you off the bat now, some of y'all will be understanding. Some of y'all ain't gonna like me.
We already don't like you.
No, you love me.
I trust you.
Have you changed your mind about that vid of the little buster?
Nope, sure haven't. Nope, sure haven't. Y'all know parents make the difference.
Good night, Jada. Please come back tomorrow. Good night, Nikki. Less than a gram of CBD oil with a doctor prescription. Yeah, we'll be discussing that tomorrow. You get 9 years because you can't tell other country how to apply their law. Whatever. Nah. Until next time, we will see you when we see you. As I scroll up to find the outro, peace.